The Kings as they came through the tunnel earlier on, all set to give their Sacramento fans something to cheer about. "2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Sacramento Kings here in Golden One Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Dallas Mavericks.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got McAdoo, McGinnis out there with Hudson. Then there's Wade, and it's Kuzi in at the 1. And for the Kings, we've got Hardaway, Anthony out there with DeBusschere. And it's Garbage Man, and it's Richardson in at the 2. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success. A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
So he gets them both. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
From the baseline, Higgins, rebounded by McAdoo. Pass to Kuzi. Here's McGinnis. Here's Wade. That's tipped. McAdoo, the pass to Wade. And the call will be against Jason Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Hudson against Anthony. Another shot. A nice shot by Hudson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Higgins, the pass to Richardson. A three-pointer is right on target.
And the defense, you can't forget about Richardson from deep. His three-pointer is extremely dangerous.
Here's Wade, and Wade slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. And here's Richardson outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Hardaway. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Hey, I love the effort from the defense, but Hardaway able to finish through contact. Nicely done.
Kuzi passes to McGinnis. To the paint. Kuzi can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
9th in scoring. And how about they broke into the top 10 last year in second chance points? They made that a focal point heading into the season, and boy, did it pay off.
And the assist you talked about, there weren't many teams in the NBA that focused as much on passing as they did, making sure the offense included all 5 guys on the floor.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
Pass to DeBusschere. Richardson against Wade. DeBusschere with a screen on Wade. Here's Richardson. Back to DeBusschere. Here's Kuzi. He's covered by DeBusschere.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside Anthony. Rebounded by McAdoo. McAdoo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And the layup is good.
I tell you, Kuzi is pretty crafty down there on the block. Has that sense of how to score in traffic.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Zion Williamson's checked in for the Kings. Jalen Brunson comes in for Richardson.
Substitution for your Kings. Zion Williamson. Jalen Brunson.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Hagan. Out to Hardaway. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Well, you got to D up Hardaway from outside the arc. This guy is really good at squaring himself up and knocking it down from deep.
Pass to McGinnis. Hardaway against Wade. And there's the drive. And it's blocked. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's McGinnis. Last game we saw him score 13. Puts it up from 15. And McAdoo kicks to Wade. To the middle. Nice shot by McAdoo.
Yeah, McAdoo's so good at crashing the boards. Outstanding as an offensive rebounder working that glass.
Williamson with a screen for Hardaway. Outside Anthony. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Not going to go that time. And it's Wade with the ball for Minnesota. Going inside. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's Wade. Puts it up. Off the inbound. McGinnis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
To me, their physicality has been the thing early on that stood out. They're not settling for one and done. They're following their shots and getting a lot of putbacks.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now here is Brand. Last game he had 13. And Dwayne Wade with the three. Wade's got 7 points.
And, boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Oh, what a find. That ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
McGinnis against Williamson. Pass to Kuzi. Wade, right side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I like the defense's hustle, but Wade smartly turns their efforts against them and draws the foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The Kings making a switch here. DeBusschere is checked in. And Wade drops them both.
Oh, one of the most dynamic guards in the game. Wade can do it all on offense and is also a terrific shot blocker at that position.
Timeout called by the Kings. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The Kings trail by 7. Now here's Brunson. Anthony with the screen on Wade. Here's Hardaway. That one falls. Hardaway has got his third basket of the night right there. Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's McGinnis. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. McGinnis has got 5 points so far.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And the way that Brunson is just so calm in the pick and roll, boy, he is smooth.
And Minnesota has possession. It's a 5-point game. McGinnis with the screen on Brunson. Pass to McGinnis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 7.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi.
Oh, my goodness! That was special.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Now, here's Wade. Last game we saw him score 14. Here's Kuzi. Sinks the triple. Kuzi's got his second bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Brunson. He started closer.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
Minnesota leading by 6. Wade outside. Here's McAdoo. Pass to Brand. Wade with it. Guarded by Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Here's McGinnis. Here's Kuzi. Brunson covering. Brand a screen on Brunson. And the 3 ball is good. Kuzi's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Minnesota.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
To the inside. Here's Hagan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
For Sacramento, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
For your Kings, Wiggins. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Maxey's checked in for the Kings. Collins checked in for the Timberwolves. Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Near the three-point line, it's Wade. No good, he missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Collins, and Hardaway gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's McGinnis. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. McGinnis has got 9 points.
One of the very best. Wade will get you the rock.
Picked by Anthony. Here's Maxey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Kuzi. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 10 points for him.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Driving the lane. Good on the bucket.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Minnesota. Abdul-Rauf comes in for Wade. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Kuzi. He's got 10. Shot by Collins, no good. Hardaway passes to Higgins. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And far from just a scorer, Hardaway is also adept at finding his teammate.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Lakers in L.A. Pass to Abdul-Rauf. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Kuzi. Inside. There's the triple. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Maxey on the wing. Anthony sets the pick for Hardaway. With some arc. And now here comes Collins leading the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hey, guys, his speed and quickness and just the relentless nature of Doug Collins. Very hard for any defender to keep up with him.
And that one falls for Collins.
And, you know, what makes Collins so hard to guard is a number of things. One, his effort is without question and constant. He's got high skill level. And he's also sneaky athletic as a combo guard.
Sacramento making a switch here. Ware's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Elliott's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Anthony with the screen on Collins. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
You can't allow Hardaway to get these kinds of looks. He's very consistent inside.
Maxey against Abdul Rauf. Elliott kicks to Brand. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Brand, a screen on Maxey. High, arcing shot with the clock winding down, and it's Brand with the jam.
Brand with the board and hoop. He's a monster on that glass.
Get there, get there.
And here's Maxey.
Hey, you got ball.
Pass to DeBusschere. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Brand.
And guys, it's really amazing the effect DeBusschere has on this team, especially on the defensive end. He's smart, he's cagey, and incredibly tough.
DeBusschere hits them both. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Abdul Rauf. Nothing on the board from 20 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And we've got our 2K Insider.